Greetings, irritants, and welcome to my 100% playthrough of the System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster on Hard. This is The Body of the Many. Ugh. Well, I guess here we are. Welcome everyone to The Body of the Many, here in the System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster.
The many hold sway here. Even I cannot maintain contact. You are on your own, human. Fail me not.
If I must. Alright, Mr. Prefontaine, what have you got to say for us?
One of the flying things dragged me and David here last night. I don't remember much about the trip. I guess I must have blocked it out, half-conscious most of the time. I keep remembering the part from Pinocchio, you know, where the old man goes looking for the puppet inside the whale. Except I don't think anyone's coming in here to save me.
Yeah, you're pretty much right about that. So, yes, here we are, in by far the most reviled level.
We invite you to spread yourself out on our ward.
One of our many will be there to help you before long.
Oh, I'm sure they will. But yes, the penultimate level of System Shock 2, The Body of the Many. Literally, deep within inside this writhing, disgusting biomass. And, yeah, you see that? Probably hard to see from here, but that's another brain structure. There is a Psy-Reaver awaiting for us. And so we just blast him. But yeah, this part of the level, or this part of the game shouldn't last very long. But you see this nerve cluster up there? Destroy it. There's going to be two of those we need to find and destroy. That's the first one. But yeah, this level shouldn't be too long. I don't think it should take an hour to get through this, but we'll see. Before we advance through that, we're going to go over here into what looks like the remnants of a human installation. Now, this is something I want to mention. This window right here with the blue light above it, either 2 or 3 times when trying to mantle into that window, I've had the game crash on me. Now, whenever I try to mantle into the left window, it hasn't. So we'll just hope for the best, I guess. Hope that luck continues. Also, yeah, there's going to be a swarm of annelids that bust out of that body when you loot it. But this level, honestly, like, yeah, people don't like it for good reason. I mean, it's definitely unique, I'll give it that, but navigation can be a bit of a pain in the ass, especially a bit later. The combat isn't too terribly difficult. Oh, nuts. I forgot about the other swarm. But it's... There's like one bit of platforming, I would say about halfway through, 2/3 of the way through, thereabouts. That's a little frightening. But I'll mention it when we get there. The rest of it is not too bad. I can see why people don't like this level. I can see why some might actually like it. I'm kind of torn. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's aight. But, as is probably obvious, since we are in the middle of the biomass, there's going to be a crap ton of annelids in here. Of all kinds. Rumblers, grubs, swarms, even some cyborg midwives. Oh, yep, we're not done with them yet. Not by a damn sight, as Marcellus Wallace himself would say. But I do spy a crate down there. So why don't we just don our expert tech. Oh, also, I don't think I'll really need that armor. At least not right now. I'll make a game day decision on that. Let's see what this crate here hides for us. 155% difficulty. That's crazy. Yeah, this one might take a few retries. still not taking any risks with those ice ice, whatever they're called, nodes. I think this is probably the hardest crate in the game to hack. Because the rest of them, like, they're... Yeah, there we go. There's not just this one crate. There's actually, like, 2 or 3 total. But none of them are as hard as that.
Please make your selection.
It's honestly kind of random. Might as well try to hack this replicator, too. Spend all the damn nanites.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Reinitialized.
You know what? After all that mess, I think I will take me a medical kit. Gimme.
Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
Totally worth it. Did I loot you? Yeah, I think I did. There's some more chemicals in here, too. And believe it or not, there actually is a chemical storeroom in here as well. It is the last one in the game, because the final level is incredibly short, and really is just a bit of build-up between you and the final boss. I think you can take a wild stab in the dark to who the final boss is, but, you know, I'll let you guess. Anyway, Mr. Prefontaine, fill us with your words of wisdom, pretty please.
Now I'm convinced that this many, as it calls itself, indeed has a centralized nervous system, which means it would have to have some kind of centralized control. To this end, I've gathered as many weapons as I could and stashed them in caches. One of the beasts discovered a cache and apparently mistook it for food. It simply brought it into the crunching room.
Crunching room. Okay, well that sounds absolutely horrifying. These things right here, these geysers I'll call them, are the most annoying thing about this level. We'll see more of them later. Oh, don't you worry.
The arterial passageways are blocked by some kind of sphincter.
Ew.
I followed the nerves that threaded out of the walls from the blockage. They lead to a pair of nerve clusters. When the passageway is open, the cluster seems to contract. Conversely, I wonder if I was able to destroy both clusters. It would open the blockage permanently. I'm anxious to see the rest of this beast.
Oh, curiosity, Mr. Prefontaine, it's gonna kill you. Another viral proliferator. Alright, and here's another crate. This one's, statistically anyway, nowhere near as hard to hack into as the other one. But, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Okay, it's 10% easier. And I get it my first try. Of course I do. That one is always, like... The statistics are kind of a lie. Either that, or I'm just really freaking lucky with that one. Now, down here, I believe, is an aquatic passageway. Yeah, we'll go ahead and head down there. This passageway leads to the final nerve cluster. You... Actually, wait, what am I doing? Might as well use those anti-personnel rounds I've been hoarding this whole time. But, of course, before we take the dive, I'm going to pop a med hypo and also put on our hazard suit. And we're going to swim through here pretty quickly. There's some more stuff I can just zap for nanites. I don't really need to, but I will anyway. Because I can. Ouch. But yeah. Oh, and also keep an eye on your oxygen meter.
The machine mother cannot help you inside the biomass.
Oh, really?
Her coldness is not welcome within the warmth
Of our flesh.
But I am welcome in the warmth of your flesh. You didn't tell me how bad this place smelled, Minnie. It plain stinks in here. Give me all your damn supplies. But keep going through. We are going to want to use at least a couple of anti-rad hypos here. The only time since the beginning of the game, pretty much, we've had to even use these. So, hoard them. Never a reason not to, and this is with the rad suit on, so that's how strong the radiation is in here. And also, look at that. Another annelid launcher, some modules, and, most importantly...
You tear our very flesh.
With no thought of compassion. Do you think we will sit idly by?
While you corrupt the very womb of our existence.
Yes. Yes, I do. But we have found both nerve clusters.
Location hazard.
We can now officially get the hell up out of this disgusting swampy mess. That stuff will hurt you, by the way. Not a whole lot, but just a hazard to keep on the lookout for. Go ahead and don the armor. Actually, we are going to change to anti-armor rounds for the assault rifle, because there is going to be a cyborg midwife just past this web. But also, an invisible arachnid adult, and a rumbler. And then the cyborg midwife is usually in this corridor here. I think my shotgun blast may have attracted her attention. I hear ya. I hear those servos. Oh, that's my expert tech. There we are. Let's see what we got in here. More goodies. I'll take them. Now, the way to go is actually through the opening in this corridor that Sphincter Prefontaine mentioned is right there. It's usually closed, but once you destroy both the nerve clusters, it'll open right up for you. So, you know, just slide on through that Sphincter. Oh, that was bad. I'm sorry about that. Or am I? And I believe every single one of these eggs are swarm eggs, so approach with extreme caution. Approach slowly, but surely. And blow them the hell up. And what do you know? Here we are. The final chemical storeroom with an energy recharge station. Oh, thank you, Lord. Been waiting for one of those. And one final time, let's listen to the single most soothing sound effect in this entire game. Technically, I think we're just on board the Rickenbacker again, but the Rickenbacker's storeroom did not have an energy recharge station, so this must be a different ship. Or maybe a different deck of the Rickenbacker. Didn't some of the subdecks of the Rickenbacker get blown up when the Meson accelerator coil got destroyed or whatever it was called? And also, yes, you probably noticed, we have our last few upgrade stations in here as well. All 4 of them. But before we can make one final upgrading venture, let's go ahead and avoid some more nasty bugs. Oh, you zigged when I zagged. I'll give you that. That was clever. You, worm, go away. Let's see what all we got here. Cigarettes? No, you can keep that. You can keep your death sticks, good sir. I do not want them. Alright. Let's go ahead and do some reloading. Oh, wrong key. Well, I just reloaded by swapping ammo type, so maybe it was the right key. But let us hack 2 more things, shall we? I think these aren't quite as hard. Yeah, it's 140%. Still high. Yeah, we'll have to spend some nanites at this one, I'm sure. There we go. That wasn't too bad.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Oh, I'll make my selection, alright.
Hi there.
Reinitialized.
Now you're talking my love language. 6 anti-personnel shotgun shells. And 6 anti-personnel bullets. Okay, I might partake. I might. But now that we're done with the hacking here, let's actually, what's my EMP rifle at? 7? Okay, it's fine. Assault rifle can go down 1 more point of condition before I have to use a tool on it. But you, shotgun, get fully maintained. Also, I don't think your weapon's damage goes down when its condition goes down. Like, you know, like in Fallout. I think it does the same amount of damage regardless of what its condition is. Provided it doesn't get all the way down to 1 and then jam on you, which really sucks. Okay, weapons and psionics, I do not need those. Do I want to upgrade anything else? Anything else at all? Anything? Do I still have... Oh, and these... If I said these were the last upgrade stations, I was wrong. There's actually 1 more of these in the last level, right before you enter the final area. Let's see. I'm thinking I might just, for shits and giggles, get my modify up to 5 so I can fully modify my EMP rifle. Because I'm almost 100% sure there are no more, there's no more French Epstein devices. I think we found all 5 of them. I do not think there is a 6th. But I could be wrong. We'll find out. So, yeah, I think I'll leave these alone, actually. Let us move on. I think we'll also be fine on the ammo front, too. I'm not really going to stress. We'll go ahead and use all the anti-personnel rounds we can use in here because we will not need them after this level. So we're going to use, and use some more. Ugh. Oh, God, the pulsating. Gross.
You seek your associates, but you cannot find them.
So very alone. How does it feel
To be one.
against the infinite?
Sounds like some odds that I really like, actually. Alright. And let me grab Mr. Prefontaine's log here.
There's some kind of horrible grinding noise coming from the next area. It sounds like chewing. I think I know what's going to happen here. This is some kind of digestive tract of a very, very large animal. I go back and forth between being fascinated and terrified. The creature's a remarkable discovery. I wish I could only live long enough to learn more.
Oh, I don't know about that. Also, I just realized it says he's from the hydroponics deck. He must have been one of the very few humans from that deck who didn't get fully possessed by the many. So instead he chose to enter the many. And yeah, there's the source of your grinding right there. That giant tooth-looking thing. Also, do not get sucked down there. You will not be able to escape, and you will die. So what we are going to do is very, very carefully approach from over here, just like that, and loot the money. And Mr. Prefontaine's log, what you got for us? Let me duck into a safer corner here.
5 minutes ago, one of those large, burly creatures dragged Claudette towards the sound of the grinding. Apparently, the enemy uses smaller creatures to help move food along its digestive tract. I tried to help Claudette, but it wasn't even a contest. And I'm ashamed to admit, I judged that seeing what happened to her was a vital element of my studies here. I imagine I won't have the opportunity to record any observations when it comes my turn.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that take there, Mr. Prefontaine. I think this one character left more logs than anyone else in this entire game. I didn't count how many he left, but it's probably at least 10. Also, here's the section I am not looking forward to. So we have to jump onto this tooth here, which that part's actually pretty easy, and then climb on this these nerve fibers and destroy that nerve cluster, which opens another sphincter. And here's the part that I really don't like. I don't think it's possible for those two teeth things to ever come into contact. But jumping from up here to down there always terrifies me, because you can actually magnetize towards those nerve fibers and use it as a ladder when you're trying to just drop off the ledge. Oh, God. Alright, now or never. Oh, there we go. And then jump onto this red stuff here. And there we go. Whew. And you get the hell out of my face.
We feel you moving inside of us.
Gross.
The sensation is
Repulsive.
Oh, trust me. I agree. Uh-oh. One of my pellets missed him. Man, it is horrifying how fast those things can move. Oh, what? You want some spiders? Yeah, that's what I thought. Jerks. So that path over there is where we have to go. These paths over here are going to be entirely optional. Which, of course, means we're going to take them anyway. I'm actually not going to go down this way first. I just want to kill the spiders in the hallway, also. Maintain the AR. Hey. You all wait your damn turn. I'm actually going to go through the left path first because it's a dead-end room with a cyborg midwife and some goodies. But first, of course, Mr. Prefontaine's words of wisdom.
Besides the parasitic behavior evidenced in the life cycle of the human annelid hybrids, it's becoming clear to me that Shodan has bred the many to use humans for other purposes. First of all, the many clearly has the capability to convert human flesh to energy. It can eat us, but it can also directly use us in the creation of its egg pods. Corpses are fed into some kind of tubular structure, and eggs are birthed through a nearby tube. I've been unable to determine whether the organism is directly converting the corpses into egg structures or not, but it's clear that there's some connection between the nutrient pool we provide and the eggs that are being produced.
Oh, a missing link of sorts, eh? Well, not any missing link that I wish to be a part of. Oh, you will, huh? Why don't you come over here and say that to my face? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Am I... You are kidding me. I'm stuck. Again. How does this... Is there a way to, like, make myself free? I mean, I can rush back through this, but... Wow, that is... Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I just got stuck. I don't even know what I'm stuck on. Oh, I'm free. I'm free. Okay. Alright. I don't know how that keeps happening. I've never once had it happen to me before I started recording, so, you know. World of recordings, everybody. I was actually about to resort to just reloading the save and starting over. But that shan't be the case, hopefully. Oh. Whew. Anyway, that was a nice little scare to keep me on my toes. Mr. Prefontaine, words of wisdom. I need them.
While I don't understand the annelid life cycle fully, it's clearly extremely diverse. The eggs produce either a male or a female spore. The male, the drones, are wasp-like creatures. The female are worm-like annelids that seek out a host to infect. Following infection, the host begins to transform into a human annelid hybrid. From that point, the life form can take numerous paths. I believe this path is determined by the many itself. The creatures have communicated their need to grow the biomass, so I imagine that biological material is their primary resource. Therefore, each path has costs and benefits. The proto-arachnid is extremely quick and potentially relatively cheap in biomass. The hulking fleshy ones are powerful, but are clearly a larger investment. I've observed only one example of the floating organisms. The only comfort is that the more dangerous organisms are quite costly to produce, limiting their numbers.
Yes, those Psy Reavers, that's why they're so rare. It requires more and more biomass to produce those floaty, tentacle-looking bastards. And look, another... Excuse me, annelid launcher. Well, okay. That was a nice, lovely little Easter egg there. Let's not get stuck on the way out of here, shall we? Okay. Now that we're done there, we can head this way. Oh god, the footsteps. Ugh, nauseating. You know what? I think there's one more spider lurking about here. Yeah, you. Go ahead and take care of him. And we can use standard rounds on these eggs. No need to waste anti-personnel rounds on them. So we'll actually go to the right first here, unlike what I usually do. And some of these eggs, thankfully very few, are impossible to approach without them hatching first. Oh look, crystal shard. You did not find me all the way out here. And that geyser there just basically pushes you straight up. It's very annoying, but thankfully it's easy to avoid. Yeah, screw you and your biomass too. Getting a good bit of modules in here, that's a good sign. Ah, nice try. But not nice enough. Better luck next time.
Power drained.
Oh, my armor. I think I will go ahead and power this back up. There's going to be, I think, 2 cyborg midwives in this upcoming section. But, I mean, we can gun them down with anti-armor rounds pretty quick, so I'm not overly worried about them. But
Your time is running out.
This place is a womb where we grow our
Our
future.
future. Your weapons fail. Your ammunition runs low.
And you've yet to see our most beautiful creation. All you have is your hatred and your individuality.
Now don't you wish you joined us? Would you then feel so alone?
nah. I'm fine with my individuality. You can keep your disgusting, fleshy, writhing biomass. And your spiders. I also really love how the anti-personnel rounds sound when they fire. It sounds like it's literally ripping through stuff. Which, I mean, it basically is. That's what ammo does, after all. And these eggs here, some of these are very finicky, so what I'm going to do is something probably really stupid, but we're going to force all of these eggs to hatch. And Swarm, if you want to chase me so damn bad, come and get me. You got 2 free bites on me. That's all you're going to get. Really, Looking Glass? You know what that looks like. That's naughty. And look, I know the mini just said this place is a womb, but, I mean... an antlet egg depositor, huh? Yeah, I'm sure. Looking Glass knew precisely what they were doing with that design. You, worm, clear out. Preferably without biting me first. Alright, what have we? Ooh, ice pick. I'll take it. And by the way, we're about to find out, not in this video, in the final video, what we're saving all these ice picks for. You'll see. And the final video is going to be quite short, I have to say. Probably less than 30 minutes. Maybe even less than 20, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Nothing, nothing, and nothing. Well, screw all of y'all too. These guys will carry something for me. Uh-huh. Told you. And yep, that's it for the optional paths. Now to continue along the beaten path. Looks like somebody else tried to come in here. Hey, is that Prefontaine's skeleton? Could it be? And look, one last wrench in case you want. What's it say? A very solid wrench. Yeah, very solid indeed. System Shock 2's wrench versus System Shock 1's lead pipe. Which one would win? I think the lead pipe probably... I think it's a bit meatier when you hit stuff with it. Granted, I'm comparing this to the full-on System Shock remake. It's probably a bit of an apples to oranges comparison. But we continue. There is more info we must collect. And more annelids to eliminate. I think there's actually 2 logs in here. But let's listen to the first one.
With only a few short years of evolution, they've been able to conquer this starship, mankind's mightiest creation. Where were we after 40 years of evolution? What swamp were we swimming around in, single-celled and mindless? What if Shodan's creations are superior to us? What will they become in 1,000,000 years, in 10 million years? What's clear is that Shodan shouldn't be allowed to play God. She's far too good at it.
Got that right. Let's see. Yep. Alright. Let's take shelter and... You know what? No, I don't want to risk getting stuck in there. I'm a bit nervous about that now.
It's it's clear that this thing I'm trapped inside is intimately linked with all the organisms I observed on board the Von Braun. Strike that. This creature is the same organism. Perhaps the best way to describe it, or perhaps the only way I can comprehend it, is that the organism serves to perform the highest mental functions of the entire species. The smaller creatures exist only to enact its will. Now, strike that too. All the specimens act as a whole, like different organs in a single body, with this entity acting primarily as a brain. If one were to destroy this large specimen, I wonder, would it snuff out all the others?
A very fair point, sir. I guess we shall find that out. Won't we? But we are approaching the end here. Approaching, in my opinion, the hardest fight of this game. And I'm going to tell you how to approach it. It can be pretty scary, but don't worry.
The end is near.
Soon
You shall see our final face.
but do not despair.
Surely the void is preferable to your pointless, solitary struggle.
Oh, hi. You never venture out this far. Yes, we're about to come up against a bunch of rumblers and Psy Reavers, because we are approaching the very end of this level. But there's one last log to hear from Mr. Prefontaine first. Let's find out what exactly ended up happening to him. But we're also going to keep the anti-personnel rounds of the assault rifle handy, because that thing's going to keep coming back. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's wait for him to come back, disrupt him again, and then turn on the log. Just like that.
I'm being taken away now. It's my turn. I'm being dragged into some kind of chamber. The ceiling is aligned with a number of panels, bristling with what appear to be stalactites or teeth. The creature's put me down now. He's leaving. Am I to be spared? What's going on? It's dark in here. I can hear the moans of someone. Claudette? Is that you? I seem to have stepped into something soft, slippery. The stalactites.
And that's the end of Mr. Prefontaine. He got all the way into the body of the many, and just about lived to tell the tale. But here's how this final sequence is going to work. We're going to destroy these worms so I don't freaking step on them. Take out all the rumblers that you see, because fortunately they don't respawn anywhere near as frequently. But you see all these Psy Reavers? Notice how we're just taking them out. We're just disrupting them instead of killing them. That's because the brain structure is further ahead. The brain structures for all these guys. Once you take out the ones in this gauntlet, run on through to this final chamber. And we have arrived at the heart of the many and a big ol' Psy Reaver. That is known as the Greater Psy Reaver. Literally is just a bigger, meaner Psy Reaver. But before you even think about fighting anything in this chamber, take out all the brains, and then we'll blast all these Psy Reavers to Kingdom Friggin' Come. Including that big motherfucker right there. Now we're not done. We have to take out this thing's heart. And yeah, so remember how I said earlier that the Annelid Arachnid was the second longest scanning thing? Well, the Psy Reaver was the only thing that took longer. Ordinarily, the Annelid Arachnid organ was the third longest thing to scan, and the Psy Reaver organ was the second longest. Because before the game's final release, the Greater Psy Reaver also dropped his organ, and you could scan it, and that was the thing that took the longest to scan. But they cut it because that's literally the only Greater Psy Reaver you see in the entire game, regardless of difficulty. And so it was like, yeah, why even make it a scannable organ? And also, the Greater Psy Reaver organ, which is only in the game files at this point, is the only thing in the entire game to require arsenic to scan. So the chemical arsenic is literally not used to scan anything in this game. And then there was another cut item that I mentioned earlier, a worm implant. I think it only required research level 2 to research, but it was called the worm blend implant, and basically would make you invisible to all pure annelid creatures, rumblers, arachnids, grubs, probably also reavers. And that was removed, I can only assume, because they thought it would make this section far too easy. So yeah. And I think it also required a chemical that is only used in that in the worm blends research. I don't think it was used for anything else, but I can't quite remember. But that's not important. What is important is this chamber right here. That spinning thing up there is the heart of the mini. You take that thing out, and all the annelids are going to die with it. Prefontaine was right, slight spoiler. Now to get to it, you can't just blow it up. We have to shoot these 3 rotating spiky thingies first. Because otherwise, they will absorb all the damage that would be dealt to the heart. But once they're gone, just give it a good few kablasts.
Do you know what you have brought? Our tragedy is written by your hand.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. The fact that you guys even existed in the first place was enough of a tragedy. But that's it. We're done. Let us get the hell up out of here, why don't we? By way of, yep, jumping directly into the heart of the mini itself. Hold your breath.
We die. Beware the machine mother. She is a stranger.
She is a stranger to everything we cherish.
Ugh. Deep breath. We're not done. We have one more sequence of underwater fun to go through. And then we're out of here. The mini is officially no more. All that's left is, I'm sure you can probably guess. And that's it. That is where we end things. Yep. Didn't take too long now, did it? So yes, that was, quick recording check here, that was the body of the many. A level, like I've said, that many people do despise for various reasons, mainly because of the just environment itself, how annoying it can be to navigate and move around. But honestly, even after I played through it again for the first time in, I think, 8 years, which was the first time playing it in this remaster, it definitely wasn't as bad as I remembered. As long as you keep a good stock of anti-personnel rounds, the majority of the enemies in this level are completely a joke. Even the heart of the mini itself. There are a few cyborg midwives roaming around, so also have a, decent couple of few mags of anti-armor rounds, and you'll get through just fine. Or use the EMP rifle. I think they're at least somewhat weak to energy weapons too. But yeah, that's it. That is the penultimate level of System Shock 2 done. So, the mini is officially destroyed. We took out its heart, and you didn't get to see it in action, because I think the rumblers just stopped spawning back in. But once you destroy the mini's heart, all living annelid creatures, rumblers, psyreavers, they will instantly die along with the biomass itself, which makes sense. It is a hive mind collective of sorts. So it does make sense when you take out the heart of the biomass itself that all of the living things created from it would also die. So the mini is no more. All we have left is Shodan. So, what exactly is her ulterior motive here? Surely she didn't enlist, shall we say, our help to destroy her creation and then let us go home. Shodan's definitely not, she's not that nice, as we know from the previous game. So what exactly is her true reason for making us her avatar? Why did she want us to go through all of this? And there's only one way to find that out, and that is to wait for the next and final video of the series. That's right. We're at the end. Only one video to go, and it will be probably the shortest one in terms of gameplay, but there's also, of course, the, cinematic outro and the credits and all that good stuff, so I'll just film all that like I usually do. But for right now, everyone, that was The Body of the Many. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hope everyone has an awesome rest of their day. I'm out of here for now, and when we return, it is finally time to tackle Shodan once again, face to face, in the final level of the game, which is simply titled, Where Am I? So, until next time, everyone, I will see you all then, and on that note, see ya!